The Dwarfs, Little Men. In the first chapter, we saw how the Black Elves, Dwarves, or Svartalfar were bred like maggots in the flesh of the slain giant Ymir. The gods, perceiving these tiny, unformed creatures creeping in and out, gave them form and features. They became known as Dark Elves on account of their swarthy complexions. These small beings were so homely with their dark skin, green eyes, large heads, short legs, and crow's feet that they were enjoined to hide underground, being commanded never to show themselves during the daytime, lest they should be turned into stone. Although less powerful than the gods, they were far more intelligent than men, and as their knowledge was boundless and extended even to the future, gods and men were equally anxious to question them. The dwarves were also known as trolls, kobolds, brownies, goblins, pucks, or huldra folk, according to the country where they dwelt. You are the gray troll with the great green eyes, but I love you, gray troll, you are so wise. Tell me this sweet morn, tell me all you know. Tell me, was I born? Tell me, did I grow? The Legend of the Little Fae by Buchanan. The Tarnkappe. These little beings could transport themselves with marvelous celerity from one place to another, and they loved to conceal themselves behind rocks, when they would mischievously repeat the last words of conversation overheard from such hiding places. Owing to this well-known trick, the echoes were called dwarves' talk, and people fancied that the reason why the makers of such sounds were never seen was because each dwarf was the proud possessor of a tiny red cap, which made the wearer invisible. This cap was called Tarnkappe, and without it, the dwarves dared not appear above the surface of the earth after sunrise, for fear of being petrified. When wearing it, they were safe from this peril. Away, let not the sun view me, I dare no longer stay. An elfin child, thou wouldst see me, to stone turn at his ray. From La Motte Fouque. The Legend of Kallundborg. Helva, daughter of the Lord of Nesvek, was loved by Esbern Snare, whose suit, however, was rejected by the proud father with the scornful words, "When thou shalt build at Kallundborg a stately church, then will I give thee Helva to wife." Now Esbern, although of low estate, was proud at heart, even as the Lord, and he determined, come what might, to find a way to win his coveted bride. So off he strode to a troll in Ulshori Hill, and effected a bargain, whereby the troll undertook to build a fine church, on completion of which Esbern was to tell the builder's name or forfeit his eyes and heart. Night and day the troll wrought on, and as the building took shape, sadder drew Esbern's snare. He listened at the crevices of the hill by night, he watched during the day. He wore himself to a shadow by anxious thought. He besought the elves to aid him, all to no purpose. Not a sound did he hear, not a thing did he see to suggest the name of the builder. In the meantime, rumor was busy, and the fair Helva, hearing of the evil compact, prayed for the soul of the unhappy man. Time passed until one day the church lacked only one pillar, and worn out by black despair, Esbern sank exhausted upon a bank, whence he heard the troll hammering the last stone in the quarry underground. "Fool that I am," he said bitterly, "I have built my tomb." Just then he heard a light footstep, and looking up, he beheld his beloved. "Would that I might die in thy stead," said she through her tears. And with that, Esbern confessed how that for love of her he had imperiled eyes and heart and soul. Then, fast as the troll hammered underground, Helva prayed beside her lover, and the prayers of the maiden prevailed over the spell of the troll, for suddenly Esbern caught the sound of a troll wife singing to her infant, bidding it be comforted, for that on the morrow Father Fine would return, bringing a mortal's eyes and a heart. Sure of his victim, the troll hurried to Kallundborg with the last stone. "Too late, Fine," quoth Esbern, and at the word the troll vanished with his stone. And it is said that the peasants heard that night the sobbing of a woman underground, and the voice of a troll loud with blame. Of the troll of the church they sing the rune, by the northern sea in the harvest moon. And the fishers of Zealand hear him still, scolding his wife in Ulshoy hill. And seaward over its groves of birch, still look the tower of Kallundborg church, where first at its altar a wedded pair stood Helva of Nevesk and Esbern Snare. By J.G. Whittier. So those were The Little Men, Tarnkappe, and the Legend of Kallundborg, the first sections of Chapter 22 of Myths of the Norsemen by Helene A Guerber, The Dwarfs. I will be working my way through this book section by section, and if there are any other public domain books that you would like for me to read, please leave a comment below. Did you enjoy this video? Then subscribe for more, and be sure to check me out on Facebook, Twitter, and Patreon. Thank you for listening, and have a lovely evening.